Chris Mannix, Amina Smith here with you. And the Celtics fall to the Hawks 108-92. And it looked like the Celtics, they had a chance in this matchup, Chris Mannix, to win this game. But big picture, what did the Celtics show you out there on the court tonight?
That they can play one good quarter of defense in a game like this. I mean, that's really, to me, where this game was decided. For three quarters, first, second, and fourth, the Celtics were pretty bad defensively. Then the third quarter came around, and they were brilliant. It's what got them back into the game. They just weren't able to sustain it going into the fourth, and here we are, another tough loss. Yeah, and the Celtics, just like you mentioned, in that third quarter, they were able to get back into it. They outscored the Hawks 30-18. What did they really get right in that third quarter to really give them a chance? Well, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown got it going, both 3 for 6 from the floor in that quarter. And they were attacking the basket, going to the rim, getting easy buckets. And Jason Tatum got that three-point shot going in that period. He was making buckets, and Brown using that athleticism, get to the basket, not settling like we've seen these guys do at times before. They just got hot. And I think a lot of that defense translated into good offense. They weren't have to take the ball out of the bucket every single time down. They were able to get easy opportunities. They took advantage of it. And when you talk about that defense, I know at halftime you wanted to see more out of that Celtics defense. Just what adjustments did they make coming out of halftime? I didn't see any big adjustments. It's just that they were playing with the kind of defensive intensity we're used to seeing this team play with over the last month or so. Remember, they're number 2 in defensive efficiency in the month of January, top 5 overall this season. I know Atlanta's very good offensively. Trae Young is a brilliant offensive player, but what you saw in that third quarter where the Celtics clamped down, they held the Hawks to 18 points. That gave me reason for hope going into that fourth quarter, and then it just kind of unraveled. Give credit to Atlanta. Again, a very good offensive team, but I saw 2 versions of the Celtics in the second half. I saw one in the third and a different one here in the fourth. And in the fourth quarter, the Celtics, they came within 1 point 2 times. They had a chance to win this game, Chris Mannix. Just where did they let go of the rope? I mean, again, just on the defensive end of the floor, they let it go. Let Trae Young get off, get some momentum going to the basket. This guy, Bojan Bogdanovic, killed them. Danilo Gallinari destroyed them in this game. He was all over the place. Just didn't get the kind of consistency that you needed for this team to be successful. And when you talk about this fourth quarter, and we talk about this all the time, the Celtics not being able to finish games, does it just come down to aggressiveness and just, making sure that they get the job done? Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of that. I mean, but they're just all over the place in this game. I just didn't see this type of consistency, especially defensively, for them to earn a win like this. And well, Scal, obviously, joining us here on the desk. Scal, what did you see? You just arbitrarily, you just decide when you're going to come out here. I'm telling you, he just strolled. You weren't supposed to come out until the next segment. Scal just strolled up in here, grabbed a chair. He's like, I'm going to sit down and talk about tonight's game.
There's a guy that runs his place. I looked at him, and he said, Is that exactly what happened? That's all I need. What do you think I need? I see out the corner of my eye, Scal just grabbing a chair, just slowly rolling it over. I'm trying to pay attention to what Mannix is saying. Wait. So we got Snowmageddon coming, and I got to get out of here. Wait, what about the rest of us? Aren't you guys staying in a hotel? That is true. No. You're going back home? I'm going home. All right, so I'll tell you, when the Celtics made that run, it was a combination of stopping Atlanta at the rim and then getting out and getting some easy baskets. And I thought that sort of changed the third quarter. And when they defended the rim at a high level, then they were able to get out. But I don't think we were going to win this game. Trae Young was just sort of toying with us at a certain time, and then he just went to another level, as you saw in the fourth quarter. Now, what happened, with the first half, when Atlanta shoots 50% from the floor, 40% from three, they come out in the start of the second half, and it's like a different mindset they had defensively, locked in on Trae Young, on Bogdanovic, on Gallinari. But how they tend to let go of the rope at times is maddening, because they shouldn't be giving up. I don't know what the final numbers were in that fourth quarter, but I think it was like 30-18 or something like that, some big number. They just let go of the rope there. That's what drives me crazy. If they miss shots, I kind of understand that at times. They're not a great offensive team. They can be, and we do this all the time, be a great defensive team. That fourth quarter, they let it go. Today, let me ask you, just with John Collins by himself, we didn't have an answer for him. No. What they would do, so throughout this game, they would switch. And then you'd have a matchup, and Atlanta would go to that matchup. That matchup today was John Collins, and John Collins worked us in the third. So the rest of the guys were resting, like Trae Young, and then in the fourth quarter, that's where they went to. So even though we are a good defensive team, collectively, because we have versatility, when they have something that they can go to, it's going to be like we have to shoot the ball well if John Collins is working us in the paint the way that he did.
But also, we know that this Hawks team, they aren't good defensively. Why weren't the Celtics able to take advantage of that?
Well, our problem, we have a big problem with shot blocking centers.
Okay.
You know, so you have to, here's the challenge with that. And so if you said, what is the biggest challenge with the Celtics? It's, in my opinion, it's making the decision with the intent to drive and score and dunk it, but being able to check off, we call that a rim read, and then kick it out, right? Anytime we play a shot blocking center and we don't have that aggressiveness, we don't play well. Indiana with Miles Turner. We've had times when Valanciunas against New Orleans in the first half, but when teams have big time rim protection, we have to play a certain level, and we have to be able to make those decisions, and you have to put teams in rotation, and your passing has to be on point, and you have to make shots. We just didn't do that today.
Yeah, they definitely did not do that in tonight's matchup. Well, I know you've been itching to roll out of here, Scal.
What was that?
Like, he just rolled over. Mannix is trying to make his point.
That was basketball hit and run right there. That's what that was.
Final score right there, 108-92.